Yeah, regardless of what you may think about the TikTok community, the discourse there is always entertaining, no matter how silly the topic is. There's never a dull moment. You get the brain rot of all different flavors, from man versus bear, to if breaking a bone means you're protected by a celestial being, that Tay McRae is ugly, and if you like her music, you hate black women. I spend hours a day on TikTok because my brain's just so huge. So the it benefits me to lose a few brain cells, day to day, to just kind of even the playing field. It only makes it fair. But I've recently found a little nugget that's really brought me some joy the last couple of weeks. This is a guy on TikTok named KingandQueenLion, sparking a pretty heated conversation about Batman and his no-kill rule. He has a very intellectual criticism where he proposes, if you like Batman in the no-kill rule, uh, it only logically follows that you support P. Diddy in every single one of his actions. So, you know, now for you smaller brain folks that's having a hard time keeping up with how he, jumped from, if you like the no kill rule, to you're a Diddy supporter. Remember, I've been putting in hours deleting my brain cells, one by one. So I can definitely speak your language and I'll translate for you. So the reason the reason he says you're a Diddy supporter is because if you support a rule that may potentially save a child aggressor's life, then the only logical conclusion is that you agree and support with with the Sean Paul has done himself. Is his name Sean Paul? I actually don't even know. Anyways, we're just gonna stick with P Diddy. Now, the reason I got so attached to this argument is because I used the same argument against my horrible grandmother when we got into a debate about the Bible. I literally told her, why would she support a no-kill rule? It makes no sense. Then I totally destroyed her when she tried power scaling and debate me on Jesus. She wanted to say he was universal, and my argument was that he wasn't even spirit level. He was like, yeah, he came back to life, but it took 3 days. More than enough prep time to get some more spears and get them nice and sharpened up. Yeah, besides that, I mean, the character development is trash. The power scaling overall is inconsistent at best. She wouldn't even last 10 minutes in your average Discord channel. It was a very poor performance from the pastor. Yeah, but, as King Lion would say, this is what happens when you don't read your own comic. And here's where I think the true problem is. It's the writing. Now, I'm going to put my 2 cents in here because, that's all it's worth. Unlike God's lazy ass, DC still putting out more content for for Batman, where the Bible ended a long time ago. So there's definitely room to improve. The fault in the logic here is what us big brains like to call throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Now, the thing that would be cool if Batman, it would be cool if Batman, took out the villains he thought were objectively not worthy, of living. But Batman's been on a whole no-kill rule thing for 80 years. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research. It might be a little too late to kind of switch up, but cook with me here, right? Okay? What if there was a character that literally didn't care about the whole, superhero shouldn't kill thing? He didn't give a fuck to the point where he doesn't even wear a corny superhero outfit. He just wears a black t-shirt or something, and he has an edgy thing on this shirt that's pretty badass. Shit, I don't know. I'm kind of shooting from the hip here. Like a skull. That'd be cool as shit. So if anyone out there that's listening that can do this and make this thing happen, you might have a really cool character. I haven't seen anything like that at all. But let's switch back to reality. Most to all heroes have a style of no kill rule. That's the essence of stories. Bad guys kill, good guys don't. It's about holding true to your morals, even if they're stupid. If you're in a relationship with a horrible person, working for a shitty boss, to have a dog shit friend, it doesn't give you permission to do shitty things you otherwise wouldn't. It's like he's asking that the writer to be lazy. If you want fan fiction, go write it yourself or go find some. But I would say maybe, okay, and to be fair, maybe DC doesn't break the no kill rule they set for themselves, but sometimes you do see some of those Batman panels and you're like, okay, we get it. He doesn't kill. Goddamn. Like they use the no kill rule like a bat. Yeah, wait. Yeah, pun intended. And anyway, like a bat, and they just keep hitting us over the head with it. Like it's like that white girl you work with, that's always trying to convince you that she's not racist. All of her social media is soaked in racial pandering, and she keeps giving that one black girl at work so many compliments where it's just making everyone uncomfortable. None of that is inherently bad, but I don't know, something just smells weird about it, and now I want to go backlog her Twitter account, because what are you trying to cover up, young lady? I don't get it. But these are the type of things that happen though when you read American comics. I gotta just put it out there. They got 5,000 writers. It's like a bad relay race. I don't know. You don't have these problems with the superior medium of storytelling called manga. Yes, over movies, over Broadway, even over religious texts and novels. Okay? But, I don't know. Reality TV is pretty goated. I might have to do a manga versus reality TV power scaling video. That's coming soon. But to reel myself back into reality again. But, these really silly, incredible Hulk leaps of logic happen when I'm going to take a page out of King Lion's book. You get these leaps when, you guys know what I'm about to say it with me, when you don't read your own comics. I don't know why Batman gets so much criticism with the whole, like, why don't you kill the Joker thing? Like, I understand it's his story, but Gotham City doesn't, like, exist in a vacuum. I can't even make the criticism personally myself, because all I can imagine when Batman's at his cubicle in his giant space office in the sky with all the other god-level superheroes, and Superman's walking past with his coffee, and he looks over at Batman, and he's about to say something, and Batman stops him before he can even get started, and Superman goes, no, seriously, let me know when you want me to help you out with that, buddy. It seemed like it's a bit of a problem. And Batman just goes, it's not that simple. And Superman goes, you sure? Because everyone at the office has been talking about it lately. Like, remember, the root of the problem here is Gotham City. This place, this is the place that got inspired by a guy wearing a bat suit. And the villains were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need to copy that. He got that shit on. And birthed a new wave of supervillains. All because he wanted to do the same thing he's getting bashed for, taking things into his own hands. Ironically, though, it backfired into his face. So, just in case you guys forgot, this is Gotham City. No one in this town is sane. Like, I saw a TikTok the other day. I might actually put it in the video. I was trying to avoid just like putting anyone's content in this because I don't want to get copyright struck, and I'm way too lazy to redo a video. But I might actually put it in this video. But he brings up, because he's on King Lion's side with this, and he brings up a villain named Zaz. I don't know. You'll see it in a second. He was saying, like, yeah, he had a perfectly normal childhood. He's not insane at all. He just likes killing people. It's like his hobby or something. Bruh, be so fucking for real right now. Did you just hear yourself? But let's just say, I'll give you that point, right? Is this the standard of sanity in Gotham City? I think we have bigger problems then. All right, Batman's clocking in every day to a dead-end job named Gotham City, where he wakes up every single day to push a boulder named the Joker up the mountain, only for it to appear at the bottom of the mountain the next morning, and it's laughing at him. And I hope King Lion understands the ironic parallel to his and Batman's situation, because King Lion is also fights a fruitless battle to the level where I also question his sanity. My man wakes up every morning to yell at his phone about Batman for a good portion of his day. Please go look at his TikTok. There's no way he's not on a first name basis with the local police officers in his city for the amount of noise complaints I can only imagine he gets. Gotham City is literally just like a hydra, where if you cut off his head, 2 more grow back. Again, I will say it again. The main villain in the Batman series isn't a random fucking guy with makeup in Gotham City. It's the system. It's the system. It's the crux of it. Joker is just there to be an embodiment of that. Remember this. Gotham City's cursed twice over. Is cursed in the soil and is cursed by a bad guy. Jesus Christ. Also, I'm gonna let the dark side of me slip out for a bit, but why focus so much on the bad guy dying? I don't know what happens in the afterlife. I don't know, but I know what happens here. Why would I give a villain I've been fighting for years the sweet relief he's been asking for ever since I met him? Why would I give him what he wants? I want my ops to be visibly suffering. But, hey, Big Brother King Lion is just a better person than me, I guess. But I'm going to get to the meat of my main problem and why I made this video. The main thing I was cracked up about was the fact that King Lion sounded like an ex that was dumped, and every time you hang out with them, the only thing they talked about was their partner they broke up with. And that's how I feel when I watch a King Lion video about Batman. When I'm making this video, I wanted to be so I started making a video and I wanted to be super fair to to a degree, and he actually made that really easy for me. You want to know why? He has a 73-part video dedicated to Batman. It's all queued up. You can just go to his TikTok account. It's right there. So it made the research for this super easy. I think I learned more about Batman just from this, just from me watching that one playlist, than I have in my entire life. Dude, I wish you guys could see my face going into this, and I'm under the impression, man, this guy must hate Batman to be calling people that support him or support one element of the story a Diddy supporter. But the more I watch, the more I realize, and just I'm like, wait a minute, why does he remind me of that little white girl that puts in overtime to convince me she's not racist? We're circling back here, all right? Then it came to me. It hit me. King Lion's a fan. It hit me it hit me like when I get caught shoplifting by Batman. All right, I swear, this one video, several videos I watch to to do my research. I watch these videos, and he owns more Batman comics than 99.9% of Batman fans. And this isn't like a headcanon or anything, or something I'll just kind of put together based off me watching these videos. He literally says it. He shows you videos of him owning all of these comics. He has several videos where he's flexing his Batman collection. My jaw hit the fucking ground. All right, let's just say let's just say he only owns one copy of every issue of Batman from the current main timeline. By the way, side note, he literally says he buys every single issue of Batman every time it comes out. And I'm just doing the math based on the main timeline, not including, the Batman family or any spinoffs like the Justice League shit or Superman. I just want to be fair, so it's cool. I think the math's fair. All right. At the time of me recording this, there's over 900 issues of Batman, and let's just say each issue costs $15. That's let's see, over $14,000. Okay, look, my best friend has a hard time getting a Venmo request out of me, and I like him, so I'm definitely not spending $14,000 on something. I'm yelling at 800,000. I think that's how many followers he has right now. 800,000 people about how much I hate this thing. No shot. Like you don't necessarily have to be like, you don't necessarily have to like something to be considered a fan, because I think every single person on Vanderpump Rules is a horrible person. Overall, I think if you had to score their humanity, it'd be scored pretty low. But I did watch every single season of Vanderpump Rules, including the spinoffs, twice. All right, that's like 20 seasons of content. Let's just say it. I'm a fan, even though I don't like them. Sometimes you just gotta admit when you just want to be a little Asian girl, All right, look, that was a reference to White Lotus. I just watched the season finale. It's really fresh in my mind, so I just kind of wanted to put that in there, but whatever. Anyways, back to the video. The only other character he has a playlist of that's dedicated solely to one specific fictional character is Black Panther, which, as far as I know, that's his favorite fictional character by far, as far as comics go anyways. Now, there could be a chance that he's like galaxy brained, and this is an ultra high level satirical account, and he's a master at rage baiting. And if it is, King Lion should change his name to King Goat, because my respect for him would shoot through the fucking roof. But I don't want this to be a hate video or anything like that, because it's not. I do want to give credit where credit is due, because King Lion has an amazing ability to keep an outrageous high level of energy in his videos. And the art from his comic, yes, he is a writer. He does he doesn't draw it himself, but he has like a really cool relationship with his wife where she draws it and he's the author, like the writer. Where, and then also they've been together since they were like in like middle school or something, and it's so fucking cute. Sometimes I just wish he used his platform to talk about and just get a little deeper with some more interesting conversations, but I guess everyone has their own styles, and so who am I to judge? I do want to point out, I was making those jokes earlier about him secretly being a fan. But honestly, if I was spending thousands of dollars on something and it's not to my liking, you better fucking believe I'm gonna be talking some shit. Shit, I talk a lot more shit for a lot less. Look, if I'm paying for Diddy's lawyers, you better fucking believe I'm invested in how the court case is going overall. All right, I will say the King Lion overall, he's entertaining. He is really entertaining. Okay, and I just wanted to drop my 2 cents in the ring, which is another point I want to give to Lion, is that he has 800,000 people watching him, and another few hundred small creators, maybe even like thousands, coming after him every single day, and he still manages to keep putting out content with that same high level of energy. The guy, there was a few videos I saw, the guy's literally in the hospital debating. Now, I've started a handful of times. No one can say this guy doesn't work hard. All right, he puts in work, and I find it hard to put. I personally find it hard to put out stuff, and I would say it's a lot easier because no one watches my videos, and thank God, because I'm super fucking sensitive. All right, the comment section is my Gotham City. So also, all right, I'm gonna end the video with this one. This is a really, really silly nitpick. But I don't really like his hair right now. He used to style it differently back in the day. It used to look like Huey from the Boondocks, and now it's like braided or something. I like the wild hair thing a lot better. It was more fitting of like the lion, King Lion Brandon, and I thought his starter would look cool. So, anyways, that's my last critique. Anyways.